tuning in to the online broadcast network, AfterBuzz TV. Over 20 million weekly downloads in over 150 countries, and your #1 source for after-show entertainment. AfterBuzz TV, the destination for TV superfans, producing after-shows for over 300 of your favorite TV shows, interviewing celebrities and showrunners, and bringing you behind-the-scenes exclusives. All thanks to E! Entertainment's Markeia McCarty, producer Kevin Undergaro, and internet leader Akamai. Now, let the buzz begin!
Are we on? Oh, yeah.
Oh,
we
where's
are
the
here.
music?
There it is. Some Shield music tonight.
Just came out of nowhere. It's like it was hidden in a box or something.
Yeah.
Or under a table or something. I don't know.
Ambrose.
I'm kind of blinded over here, guys. I can't really see what's going on. I'm Tom Connolly. I can't really see, but what's going on across the table? I can't see. I see Scott over there. How you doing, Scott?
Shiny beard.
Yeah. It's just reflecting off of it. Yes. But there's something a little to your left.
Nice
Am I right?
bracelet. Look
The
at
new
this.
predictions champion.
More like a purse, I guess.
Markeia McCarty,
Yeah.
predictions champion here.
Yeah, it was amazing to me,
Yes.
actually. I finally stopped going with what I wanted to happen.
That's what you gotta do in Vegas.
Yep.
Yeah.
When you bet on wrestling.
Started predicting what was good for business.
Nice. That's
yeah, but
awesome.
now Main Event has it back.
Yes. It's been a while.
Yeah, practically the anniversary of me starting with you guys. September or
But you have it
October.
upside down.
Do I? Oh, I couldn't see. I couldn't see with all the bling.
It's just blinding me over here. I can't see.
I don't know where I should.
Yeah,
Can I
right
still
there.
see it?
Or in front of the mic.
Okay.
Yeah. There you go.
For the next month,
Yeah.
guys. For
There
the
you
next
go.
month.
Next 5 weeks. And then you can win it again.
That'd be nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just keep
Let's
the ring going.
just keep it here.
You know what you do?
Yeah,
Let's
You
keep it
don't
here.
predict next month, and then you didn't lose.
Or
Total
you can win
heel
that
move
tiebreaker.
right there to do.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Or you bring out some briefcase and just try to steal from someone.
Kind of like
So is
how
that-
The anniversary
Lesnar
of the
could be-
briefcase is coming up soon, so it may be making a reemergence. You know,
Yeah.
that could be fun. I don't know. We'll see. So how you guys doing tonight?
Good.
Good.
Yeah, I'm all good. I forgot my cloth. I was gonna do a cloth. Have it.
Next week. Don't
Yeah.
worry. A lot going on in this main event. But before we start, the WWE Universe lost one of its members this past week. I don't know if you guys listened to Howard Stern's show, but Eric
that's
the
right.
actor, they did a little tribute to him on Raw. He's a regular caller. I'm a big fan.
They did?
Yeah, they did. Yeah, they did. They talked about him a little bit real quick on. I think it was like after the Swagger match. They just said like he's been a big fan of the show, big fan of WWE, big fan of TNA. I know he's been to a bunch of like TNA shows.
They
and stuff.
didn't say that.
They didn't see that.
Yeah.
I'm saying that myself, but I'm a big Howard Stern fan, and it's a very sad loss for that show. He's a caller, and he was the person everyone loved to hate because he would always know just how to get under everybody's skin, but it just made it so funny and tons of entertainment for hours. But sad to see him go. So I just want to start that off. Just wanted to give a little tribute to him. But let's get to main event for the night. Sorry, I'm hitting the table.
Worked up?
Yes. I'm worked up about this first match.
Oh yeah, this long match.
I wrote down here, I wrote my comments for the match was worst main event match ever.
Ooh.
Well, first Adam Rose comes out with the Rosebuds. He's going to be on commentary. Then we see Slater Gator come out for their match, and Adam Rose is with the Bunny, obviously.
With music.
Yes, yes, their own music. I liked it.
With that neon green fur coat.
Oh yeah, Adam Rose.
That
yeah,
was fantastic. I
Why
loved
did
that?
Did they pick up the coat after he came out? Like it looked like they picked it up from under the ring and then gave it to him. Like
It looks like it fell off and it just...
Oh, is that what it-
they handed
okay.
it
Yeah,
back
somebody
to him.
picked it up.
okay,
and
because I
handed
saw
it
someone
back to
pick it
him.
up. Okay, I wasn't sure. I was like, did they pull it out from under the ring to give it to him? Like he couldn't walk down
Yeah,
with
he
the
keeps
coat
his
on.
wardrobe
Yeah.
under there.
But yeah, so he's on commentary. Los Matadores with El Torito's back.
Eventually.
And nobody even cared. Like they didn't even give him his proper entrance of like running, through.
Some of them threw their hats back that way. Like when he wasn't there, they Diego and Fernando just were like, nah, and then tossed the hat.
At him?
Well, no, just like in that general direction, and then El Torito came out. It was very strange.
Yeah, it was the weird opening. But I did like Slater Gator's music, and they have their own like. It was their face. What were their faces on? Cars or something?
Like spinning.
Yeah.
It was like a turntable faces.
It looked like they took Los Guerrero's old video and then just used that, like the cutout heads, just kind of turning from side to side, oversized.
Yeah, it definitely did look like that. But so. The Rosebuds start, singing. Heath Slater's distracted. He knocks Titus off the apron, and then he gets pinned. This match was...
Well, there were some timeouts that happened
a lot,
then.
I guess.
I think Los Matadores, I'm actually not sure which one started the match. I'm pretty sure Fernando got the pin. But, I don't know, he gave them a lot of timeouts where he's like, wait a second... let me address this. So that was good sportsmanship. And then finally the third time it's like, well, dude, we're just going to start. Yeah, and didn't work out well for Slater Gator. Bunny Mania was running wild, and the Bunny was on commentary. But as Adam Rose told us, bunnies can't talk, so why give him a mic? He can't talk. But I don't know. This was just baffling to me, this whole thing. I thought that little section was kind of funny because he's so ridiculous. He has a lollipop in his mouth, and it's just so serious. Bunnies can't talk.
I guess him on commentary wasn't bad, but I don't get what they're doing with this bunny. It's weird. It's a weird, bizarro segment for, I don't know, did you guys even rate this?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, we rated this one?
Exactly. What did you rate it?
One highway robbery.
Gotcha.
On Slater Gator. What needs to happen at this point is that party is a little too loud and it's affecting their work, so they need to call the cops.
I like that.
And shut that party down.
I like that.
Slater Gator, that's what needs to happen. Start calling the cops and shut that party down.
That would be fun.
That would work.
That'd be fun.
I don't know. What did you think of it, Markeia?
Well, since we can't rate lower than a 1, I gave it a 1.25.
Oh, I rated a -10.
Oh.
So. Or a 0.0.
I gave it a 0.25 for the fun commentary and then like the sportsmanship of, well, okay, do your thing. Yeah. So I thought that was enjoyable. But, and then El Torito's back, which is very nice. So, yay, all of that gave it a 0.25.
Yeah, great opening segment tonight. We were all excited about that. And then let's go to the second segment. Mark Henry comes out. We see a Night of Champions recap where Rusev just basically destroys him. On Raw, he got destroyed by Rusev. And Mark Henry, he wasn't very happy tonight. Wasn't happy at all. He, wrote down what he wanted to say, saying that, he's like, I apologize to everyone, but I'm not apologizing again to you people. Everyone knew he was hurt from Night of Champions. They forced him to wrestle on Raw, and they made him wrestle again. Then he got hurt again, and he's blaming everyone in the universe for how he feels right now because he feels like crap because he feels like, he let down America and everyone in the United States. And he says USA loves winners, and Henry gave his blood, sweat, and tears. And if he doesn't win, he no longer will be their boy. And then some boos from the crowd and some huge tapped out chants from him. And then out comes the Big Show. I guess his BFF now. I guess they're tag team partners. So
they're buffet buddies.
Yeah. Milk and cookie buddies.
Yeah, the buffet buddies. It's like, then we're going to get some dinner.
Yeah.
Yeah. You remember that?
I remember that, yes.
Yeah.
He's like, come with this match. I'm hungry. I want to go eat now. But, Big Show says how Mark Henry came on his bus and ate all his cookies and milk, and he, forgave him for that, and he didn't care that he did that because
Hey, food's important.
Yeah,
but friendship's more important.
It is.
You can't drink a gallon of milk. That's not humanly possible.
It actually isn't. The dairy challenge, nobody wins.
It's disgusting.
Nobody wins in a dairy challenge.
It's disgusting.
Bunnies can't talk, and you can't drink a gallon of milk. Keep the logic going.
But yeah, he said, Henry tried his hardest, and if people are going to boo Mark Henry, then they can boo the Big Show too, because he's going to stand here with him.
And they did.
Yes, they did. And the Big Show said that he's going to knock Rusev out on SmackDown, because they're going to have a match this week on SmackDown.
But then he should just punch him. Like, when the bell rings, just punch him in the face. Don't try and do what he holds.
That'd be really cool if he did that and Rusev got back up from it.
Oh.
Right? That's how he started the match.
Nobody gets back up from that.
I know, but what would that make you think of Rusev?
Go for the body.
So.
Because apparently the head's made of steel.
Yeah. I don't know.
Or adamantium or something.
What'd you guys think of the Mark Henry segment?
I enjoyed it. You know, I felt like I don't get to see him on the mic, except for during that backstage. See, I said it right this time. Backstage segment with Renee.
Oh, go behind with Renee.
And it was, I'm also kind of glad that he wrote things down. Maybe he trips up. Are you okay, Scott?
There was
watching
like
a little piece of fluff, and I was.
Oh,
it was like
we
Forrest
were
Gump.
mesmerized by it.
It's gone.
yeah, because it was very important to him. He didn't want to trip up on his words. I felt like he had a lot of personal shame going on, and he's like lashing out with that. So I think that's interesting that they were taking that route with him, and I'm wondering where that's going to go because, later on in the show we see Kofi. I remember, him, Kofi, and Xavier had like a thing, so maybe they're setting something up for that.
Oh, Big E was with them.
Oh,
but we wanted Mark Henry to join
we wanted
them.
Mark Henry to be
part of it. So.
And we get to see Mark Henry in a suit. I loved that. He looks great.
What do you think, Scott?
I liked it. I liked planting the seeds of something that may come to fruition, and I'm glad we got to see it on this show. That it wasn't. Not everything's just reserved for Raw. That this is a reason to watch Main Event, to see the start of something like this. Of does he turn? Does Big Show end up turning his back on him instead because he doesn't like what he said? It gives him something to start with, and I think Mark Henry. He's really good at that one segment from, boy, was it a year ago? The whole thing with John Cena, that he was going to retire.
So amazing.
That even when they give him something that's like, you're reading from a piece of paper, that he still makes it feel off the cuff. Like he's gotten so good in all these years that it feels real. It feels like it's coming from the heart, that he's saying these things and can blur that line, which is really enjoyable. And I'm looking forward to what happens with him. Like, I'm invested in his story. Yeah. And I'm curious to know, if the listeners know, between Big Show, Mark Henry, and Kane, who have had the most turns of heel face. You think it's Kane?
I think it's got, I don't know. Big Show is really up there, too.
Mark Henry, too, though. Yeah. He's had a lot.
Yeah.
Over the years. I'm really curious to know the numbers on that, because it's got to be at least 30 for each of them.
I think. Wow. I mean, yeah, because I think Kane had to he has at least 2 a year of like turning back to a good guy, turning back to, I mean, yeah.
So here comes another one.
Yes, exactly. Does Henry now turn his back on America and join up with Lana and Rusev?
Ooh, I don't know.
Right?
That might be a little bit of a stretch for me, though. But I do find it very interesting that just because he lost to Rusev, all of a sudden America's against him.
Well, I think it would be, I don't know if that's what they're trying to plant the seeds, and like he ends up, he turns on the Big Show and joins them. I mean, it would be it'd be very interesting to see him do that, because it'd be cool. I don't know.
It could be his own independent nation of domination.
Oh yeah, he could be with some other guys that are there.
Backup.
I don't know. That'd be interesting. I'm intrigued. I am intrigued by this too. I want to see what happens. I thought it was funny to see him like give him a hug. Like it was just like, oh buddy, it's all right. It'll be all right. These people will cheer you next time. Yeah. And then or they'll just boo both of us because they don't want to see us. But I don't know. I can tell. I don't know. It was good. Then we see breaking news that we saw breaking news from all weekend long.
The kickoff.
Yes.
The pay-per-view.
Yes.
Raw. It's
Main
still
event.
breaking.
It's still on the network right now. Under breaking news that Roman Reigns had to have surgery. He had a hernia, sports hernia, so he will be out for at least, I think, a couple months, maybe. I think they said, did they say weeks or months?
No, they said months.
Months, right? Okay. So I think
Poor
he's,
guy.
I think he's out till, I don't know. My with with me being a doctor and all, I say he's out
Right.
for like
You always say the
4
Rumble.
weeks.
That's your, like, is that to the Rumble?
Well, I would think.
Everybody's coming back at the Rumble according to Tom's booking. Just like
No, I don't think
pops
he-
in.
That would be too much. If Brian comes back at the Rumble, you can have Reigns come back at the Rumble too. But
Sure, you
I don't know.
could. You could have both of them.
does he want the backlash that Batista got last year when he wins the Rumble and Daniel Bryan does? Do we need a repeat of that again? I don't know if we do.
You're right. We need Batista to win again.
Exactly. That's what I thought. But yeah, I mean, it sucks for him. It sucks because he's.
Yes.
Yes,
You're
yes,
right.
it does,
You're
Tom.
absolutely right, Tom.
Yes.
Breaking news. It sucks for Roman Reigns.
It sucks he had to have
Tom
surgery.
Connolly.
Hey, ours is more interesting than their breaking news. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know. What do you guys think of it?
It's clearly you're not supposed to wear a vest that long.
Do you think it
You
sucks?
can't wear tactical vests that long because then it does damage. That's why Dean got rid of his. That's why Seth got rid of his.
Apparently, it causes irreparable harm. You know, loosens muscles from other places, so then things happen.
Yeah.
True.
But poor guy, though. I mean, that must be because he's like third generation wrestler, right? So that
Yeah.
must be like a real thing for him to be something that's. Come on, that's kind of an intimate injury too to have, and that's like broadcast everywhere. And he's being pulled out of the game for that. You know, there's got to be a whole lot of like going on with him right now.
Yeah.
You know, I just hope he like rests up. You know, does the convalescence and just gives himself a break to come back even stronger.
Yeah. Yeah. I hope he takes the actual time and heals and doesn't come back sooner than he, thinking, oh, I need to be back. I need to be back.
I think he's in a really good spot, though, which I'm sure a guy like him in his position, in his bubble of his world that he doesn't quite see, that he was on the rise. He was doing very well. So when he comes back, the fans aren't going to forget. There's always a theory of the fans forget. They forget nothing. I mean, we're all big nerds. Like, we remember all these things.
Yeah.
We remember all these storylines. We're not going to forget who Roman Reigns is. And when he comes back, the excitement will still be there, which will garner his attention to be back in the spotlight again.
Yeah.
So it gives him a chance to rest up, and I'm sure the frustrations are like, I was almost there.
Yeah.
You're gonna be there again.
Yeah.
No doubt.
I think it's a weird something like a blessing in disguise because I mean we've talked about it a little bit on here, but I've read things on it like I feel like he's starting to get that backlash of what John Cena got because he would win all the time and all that kind of stuff and like for the next if they're building him to be the one that beats Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania, it's what is out in the world.
Yeah, which he could do.
Yeah.
I could see that.
I think it would have been hard for them to not just keep that momentum going for the next couple months of, who do you feed him next to, be on that journey? Because along that way, I feel like he's going to have to beat John Cena to do that, to be able to go to WrestleMania. So do you, have him win the Royal Rumble? Do you have him beat John Cena maybe before that? I think they have to clash somewhere, but now with him being injured, you don't really have that. But I think now he does have that momentum built when he comes back of, you've been gone, we missed you. Now we really want to see you around more than, like absence make the heart grow fonder kind of thing. So.
Yeah, I hope the momentum stays for him, and it's not something that has to be really built back up again.
Yeah, I don't
that
think
it'd
so.
just be like it was on simmer. It didn't go completely off. Yeah, it's like there's a fly in here.
No. I mean, I think once he comes back, he's gonna get the same kind of reaction Ambrose got when he came back at Night of Champions. Like, people are gonna be excited to see him, happy to see him. But so let's get to actually the Night of Champions recap. We saw the Cena Lesnar recap. Match was more even than the first match. We had the schmaz ending at the end with Seth Rollins coming in. Was Cena gonna make Lesnar tap, or was it gonna pin him? I don't know.
Well,
we'll never know.
I'm just
Cena
glad.
won,
Yeah.
you know, so he beat Brock Lesnar. I mean, there's no asterisk next to W. It happened. Just
But he didn't win
no
the belt,
title change.
so.
Yeah.
I don't know. I thought it was a good match though. It was exciting.
Yeah.
It was a good pace for the whole match. I like Cena's offense. I think it was even enough to where it worked. I would have liked to seen Brock get just a little more. Like Brock didn't even hit an F5 during the match, which I thought was kind of weird. At least because Cena hit like 4 FUs or AAs, whatever.
Did he hit
What
one
was
right
that?
off-
The FU. His name used to be called the FU.
In spite of Brock Lesnar, it spawned out of that feud
Yeah.
when Lesnar injured him.
Yep.
So I thought it was really cool. I thought he hit one in the very beginning.
Yeah, I
Again.
thought that there
Did
was
he?
one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I know Cena hit one like right at the beginning. It was almost a reversal of the first match where Cena hit one like 30 seconds into the match. Then maybe he did hit one, but yeah. I mean, it was. I mean, to look at Brock Lesnar and you're going, wow, like he kicked out of 3 AAs, and you know who knows if he would have kicked out of the 4th, and he was in the what does he call it now? The submission.
Oh, the SDF.
Yeah. Okay. Just okay.
They
He dropped
got
the
rid
U.
of the U, yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, I did enjoy the progress and the story of the fight because like the first one kicks out at 1, you know, it's like barely 1, and then the next one's like, oh, okay, wait, yeah, I gotta kick out. So yeah, I want to see them, you know, do the do again. I doubt they'll have them do it for Hell in the Cell. Am I wrong about that?
I mean, I don't know.
That's just too close, right? I was kind of surprised that they were doing it for
rubber
Night
match?
of Champions. Was it what?
The rubber match? Meaning 1-1, and then you find out it's the best of 3. The rubber match.
Okay.
The rubber match is since Brock won 1, Cena won 1.
Oh, okay. Okay, that was new terminology for me, but I get totally what you're saying. I wouldn't mind. What is it? The Fatal 3-Way, something like that.
Like a triple threat match.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind something like that happening. I mean, it
who
kind
would
of
be the other person?
It kind of sounds like they
bunny.
set it up for. Yeah, it just seems like they kind of set it up for Rollins to do that now. I mean, I could see it happen. You know, Cena, Lesnar, and Rollins, because Cena's kind of got a grudge, you know, against about as much as Cena can have a grudge against somebody. So I think that would be an interesting match. Obviously, Rollins would be decimated, and Lesnar would still retain, but it would still be interesting.
Yeah, I can't tell if they are leading to Cena Lesnar Hell in a Cell. It would make sense. Then no outside interference. You know, we see who's the best, who's gonna win the match. I don't know. It could be interesting. I'm looking forward to it either way. I enjoyed the match on the whole pay-per-view was pretty good. I liked it.
I really dug it.
So the tag match was awesome. Sheamus Cesaro, really good.
I love seeing those two fight.
Yeah, Miz Ziggler. I thought it was really good. I think their match on Raw
Too
was
bad
better.
the commentators didn't like it at all.
That I'm gonna move on because that part when I saw that happen,
I missed the bunny at that point.
I did. I wish the bunny was there because he would have kept his mouth shut. But all right, let's move on to because I don't want to talk about that. I'm gonna get mad. We have a Divas match.
Oh, not calm anymore. Change that Twitter handle.
Yes, I'll change it right now. No, we have AJ on commentary. We have Naomi versus Paige. This match was really good, I thought. Naomi, every week she gets better and impresses me more and more. I think, getting Nikki out of the title picture and putting Naomi in this whole thing, and I think we would have amazing Divas matches, for the title. But AJ did win the belt back in Night of Champions. Naomi hit a head scissor takedown in the corner. So then Naomi did her, what is that called? Like where she shoves her face in her butt.
I just
I
call
don't
it
know.
the butt smuggle.
Okay, the butt smuggle. She hits the butt smuggle on Paige. And then Paige ended up coming back, hit a big kick to the face. Then she hit a knee, she had her on the apron, doing the kicking knees to the face. Then Naomi hit, it was awesome looking head scissor, like a DDT kind of thing. Like it wasn't a DDT,
Yeah.
but like a head scissor
Takedown, but
Yeah.
it just it was It's really cool. If she's able to make that move faster, it's gonna be really good.
Yeah, it was a little awkward, a little like trying out a whole lot of new stuff. It felt.
Yeah.
It's like I'd love to see some experience behind those because that'd be amazing, like video game amazing.
Yeah, like that could be a finisher. I thought I was like, oh, she's gonna win. I thought that was a new finisher she was going out with. But then Paige ends up pulling Naomi off the top rope, rolls her up, and then puts her feet on the rope to get the win using the leverage. And then after the match, AJ, jumps in the ring, attacks Paige, knocks her out with the women's or Divas title, and then just kind of laughs in her face as Paige is still pissed off because AJ has her baby. But AJ calls it her baby too, so it's kind of weird. I don't know whose baby it is, but so Paige gets the win for the night over Naomi. I really wanted Naomi to win this match. I thought it would just help her. It would just put her above Paige to maybe get a Divas title match. But I don't know. We'll see. What do you guys think?
I really dug it. I thought it was really good. Naomi is stepping up her game quite a bit. She's definitely one of the standouts amongst the Divas division that, some of the other ones are still coming up and trying to get better and better, but Naomi's really hanging in there and coming up with really creative stuff all the time that's not looking... It's not looking like she came up with it on the night or the night before and then tried it out. It looks good. And I really liked AJ on commentary because on Raw, we heard Paige on commentary. It was a little rough. She didn't have a lot to say.
Well, I didn't get what she was doing.
It was like she was imitating Michael Cole, but not calling moves, just making noises. And AJ was painting a picture. She was telling a story. And she was really interesting on commentary. So I thought that really enhanced the match. So I gave it 87 skip to Malouse.
Gotcha. Markeia, what'd you think?
I enjoyed it. There were things that just kind of were clunky for me, and obviously it's just because it has to have, it has to get its paces. It's got to, just run free with talking about Naomi and her moves. And at this point, though, with I love how Naomi's always upping her game personally. She's always trying new things, trying new outfits. They're just cycling through the spectrum of the rainbow with this woman. But I want to see more character development with her now. I feel like she's got a really good tool set, of moves. But it's like when you compare her to Paige, Paige has a really great set of moves, but she's also got this character, like crazy kind of high schooly immature stalker type, but fun. So it's like, but Naomi's so normal. I'd like some character stuff. I mean, she had that stuff with Cameron where I kind of wish that they had grabbed hold of that. Maybe that turns around and she doesn't trust anybody. She'll flip on anybody, that kind of a thing. I just, I would love to see some development in that arena with her since she already has the moves. We know she can handle herself. She can throw people around the ring.
Yep. I
want to see her on commentary. I want to see her be Naomi, whatever that means.
Gotcha.
But I enjoyed this match. I ended up giving it a 3.5.
Gotcha. Yeah, I gave it a 3.0. I thought it was a really good match, and I do agree with you. I wouldn't want her to be like not trusting and going crazy because I feel like that's their for all the girls. It's like, oh, she's crazy. No, she's crazy. Like it's like Paige is crazy, AJ's crazy. I don't know. Cameron was going crazy. I don't know.
Stephanie,
Alicia Fox.
Bella's.
Yeah.
Maybe she could be like a steel cold Avenger, something like that.
Like I just want her to be. She should just be super confident. And go. I can wrestle. I'm good at this. I want your belt. Done.
She could be Batman.
Yeah.
Maybe she took a Batman persona. That'd be awesome.
That'd be cool.
Kill her parents.
No, yes, let's inspire her that way.
But yeah, I thought it was a good match. Good match to have on main event. I like seeing the progression and with AJ and Paige. I don't get where it's going. We kind of understand where the storyline is, but I don't understand why AJ is going, okay, well, yeah, you can fight me again. I feel like AJ should be like, no, I already beat you. I beat you. I won the belt back from you. I beat you at Night of Champions. It's mine now. Go find something else to do.
Yeah, it is kind of petering off. It's getting weak. They need to throw another element in there.
Yeah.
I don't know what that element is.
Hardcore
but
match.
Rusev.
What, pit Rusev against the two of them?
Right. Yeah, Paige can fight for England and AJ can fight for America.
Wow. There you go.
All right.
If Rusev hits a girl, he's evil.
He already is evil.
Well,
so
but then he's really
yeah.
evil.
It's like super evil.
Yes.
Don't hit a lady.
No, definitely not. So then let's get to the Raw recap. Ambrose returned. He returned to Night of Champions. He got locked in a room, and I wrote down, I said, who let Ambrose out of that room, which we will get to later. The mystery was solved. But I thought it was awesome, them lifting the what was it? Was it the table? Like it was just the table or something?
It's like a cover to what appears to be a crate, which is the
gotcha.
cover on it. But
yeah. And then he appered there like a magician, jumped out, attacked Seth Rollins.
He's not
Ambrose
Houdini.
ambush.
No, he's not. No. But I thought it was a good return for him. I'm glad to see him back. I've missed him on TV. I think there's no one like him in the WWE right now. So it's just his character's fresh, new. It's just fun to watch. So I'm excited about that. And then we see that on SmackDown, the Usos will go against Gold and Stardust.
Of course they are.
For their tag team belts. See if they can win them back. Then we get to our favorite segment, GBWR. Why? Go higher with Renee Young. She's with the Usos, and they say, the best team won in Night of Champions. They even acknowledged it on Twitter, because I guess, if you really want to verify it, you got to verify it on Twitter. But on SmackDown, they're going to fight, and they are going to get Uso crazy against Gold and Stardust. What do you guys think of the segment?
I think Dust Crazy is crazier than Uso Crazy.
Maybe just a little bit.
Yeah, I don't see the Dust brothers giving that belt up anytime soon because they're in a different dimension, and they're gonna have to retain. They're gonna have to. It's too soon for it to be passed back over for one, and then I kind of like the idea of the Usos kind of being the underdog again. I was rooting for them before. I'd love to root for them again.
Yeah. I think it works.
Yeah, I liked it. Especially along with the Intercontinental storyline happening, that a series of belts going back and forth is very unlikely. But they put on crazy good matches, so it's great to watch it for that. It's always hard to buy into the rematch clause right away. That when sometimes you want to see it just be a match again, or maybe singles against each other. So when there's a little bit more time, you don't just think like, well, they're not going to lose it right away. Yeah. But it has been happening as of late with the Intercontinental belt and with the women's, the Divas belt.
Yeah, I mean, they flip-flop. And, I mean, Ziggler won at SummerSlam. Yeah. Lost the Night of Champions, and then won it back on Raw. So, I mean.
And then the U.S. Championship was defended once.
Yes. In that whole time.
Retained.
Yes.
In that whole time, it was only defended once. But I mean, I think it'll be a good match on, definitely I want to tune in SmackDown this week to see that match because Night of Champions was good. So
yeah, I think those two pairs of wrestlers, they would be incapable of having a bad match where it's just like, what are you doing? Yeah, what is this?
Agree. 100% agree on that.
All brothers, a lot of trust.
And then we go to our next match. We have Bo Dallas come out to face Kofi, and he said, he found out on Raw what it's like to be a loser, and he said, now I know how you feel, Kofi. That was the best line he's ever said.
Yeah.
And he said, you still work here? I didn't know you even worked here anymore. And he told him, instead of saying boom, 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 you should say bo, bo, bo. And Kofi was pissed, and he went right after him to start the match. But Kofi was on the second rope, and Bo, instead of pulling him down, he pushed his foot forward, which I thought was a cool move. But when Kofi landed, that looked like a really hard bump he took onto the mat. But then, Kofi was back in control, or Bo was in control. Kofi tried to get back in control. He missed the splash off the top rope. Bo came running at him in the corner. He hit his kind of like jumping out of the, bends under the rope to kick him in the face. And then Kofi hits Trouble in Paradise out of nowhere to get the win, and Bo Dallas is a loser. So I guess Kofi's not a loser anymore. Bo is, for the second night in a row. He lost to Swagger, and he tapped out really fast to Swagger on Raw, and then he lost this very short match to Kofi. I don't know. What'd you guys think?
I liked it.
I was like silent.
I was gathering my thoughts.
Yeah,
I rarely get to see Bo because on the Hulu version of Raw they cut him out all the time, and I was hoping that he would be on Main Event more, and finally he was, and he was hilarious. Like I've been wanting to see this, and I love his promos, and I like the obnoxious character that he does, and but shame that the match turned out the way it did. But it was a fun, good match for what it was, to just shut up a jerk.
Yeah.
You know? But I gave it a 8 highway Bowberries.
Gotcha.
Okay. Yeah, I find Bo very entertaining, you know, and I even kind of like the idea that he went from being undefeated to now he's on a losing streak. I feel like he could do something with that, like maybe have a psychotic break, you know, and that happens because he's already a heel character, but he's an interesting heel character.
Yeah.
You know, but a jerk. He's a jerk, but he's a cute jerk. I don't know any other way to explain that, but you know what I mean.
Well, you know who his dad is, so yeah, that's why. That's why I think he's a cute jerk.
Oh, stop! Hey, I haven't said anything about Bray, so at least there's that.
Bray's not cute.
Oh no, Bray's cute because of his dad. No, for real though. For like with Bo Dallas, I want to see him continue with more storyline along this route. Have him, you know, do a singles with Los Matadores or something, because they tend to be, you know, the chum of the tag team world, except for tonight, you know.
Yeah, they got a rare win tonight. So.
Yeah, against Heath Slater. Well, both of them, but against Heath Slater.
Yeah.
So yeah, I want to see how far down. Oh, God, now I'm just thinking of bunny metaphors. How far down the rabbit hole Bo Dallas could go as he continues to lose.
Maybe he's the bunny.
That's a blow to Justin Gabriel.
And Sami Zayn.
But yeah, I enjoyed it, and I enjoyed seeing Kofi get a win. I mean, yes, bullies, even cute jerks, need to be thrashed. So I enjoyed that. I gave it a solid 3.
Awesome. Yeah, I gave it a 2.5. Thought it was a decent match. I liked that Kofi got the win. I liked the, you know, shut up Bo for calling him a loser at the beginning. That made me laugh so hard though. I was like, why just do this all the time? Just call everyone, you know, just be a jerk. I mean, he is most of the time, but and I feel like he needs something. He needs like to have like almost followers, you know, maybe some like guys that are in NXT come up to like you know, be start like a little stable. Bus? No, not a party bus. No.
Yeah. Like
not a party bus at all.
Like a family? Like a family that follows?
Like he'd have a raccoon mascot, maybe?
Yeah.
Like because they're crazy.
A dwarf? A dwarf in a costume?
No, guys.
I don't know. Well, I don't know.
He needs Bo Levers.
No.
But yeah, that would kind of be a little much like his like the family. But I don't know. He needs. I think it would benefit him to have something like that. Of, you know, he wants to get on this winning streak. How's he going to do it? Well, have people come help him.
A tag partner that really wants to. That, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, like
somebody else is
like
down and out.
He's a mentor.
Yeah.
To somebody.
Like who would be like a good tag team partner for Bo right now?
I'm trying to think someone who's really down and out that would kind of fit with him though. But
for me, I'm just kind of forgetting because you know, I haven't seen. You know, I'm sure there's a list of wrestlers, but I can't think of one off the top of my head.
Zack Ryder.
Yeah. I think that would be interesting.
He's not on TV, and it's just like he needs to have new belief in something.
Him and Bo.
Yeah.
And if he ever breaks off, like Zack Ryder would be cheered huge.
Yep.
You know, it'd be a great feud for them.
Yeah, like he kind of. Oh no, see, I'm trying not to do the whole Wyatt thing. I'd be like, oh, he could brainwash him, but I was like, no, that doesn't work either.
Sit in a rocking chair.
Yeah. Grow a beard or something. I don't know.
Those are other people's bits.
Yeah, I know. I don't know. I think it would benefit Bo, but he's doing well on his own.
Oh, sure.
Yeah,
So.
I think he just needs to sink his teeth into it, lose even more, and then just like snap.
Yeah. I like that.
That'd be great.
I like that. But speaking of who I think is the best pairing in WWE right now, The Miz and Mizdow come out for Miz TV. I I say this every week and I can't stop saying it. Damien Sandow is so awesome. Like that should just be his. Like now he's going as far as mimicking the Miz when he talks all the time or anything he does. It's so perfect. Whenever I see that they're in a segment, I'm like, I want to watch. I want to watch everything that they're in now. And I like the Miz, but he makes the Miz 10 times more interesting to watch now. Being in all this stuff.
Yeah. Sandow's having all the fun.
Yes.
Definitely. You cannot fault that man for anything.
And he's like so spot on with it too. Of like I feel like they probably sit there and he probably watches him like if they're backstage just watching his mannerisms just to get it down perfectly. So it works for me. But so Dean Ambrose was the guest. But Miz says, he was robbed on Monday by Dolph Ziggler. Dean comes out and apparently, Dean had head and spine trauma. He disappeared, and the Miz wanted to know, what kind of drugs did they put him on wherever he ended up. And Dean's like, do you think you're funny, Miz? and then Sandoz like, yes, he is. He's very funny. I think that was a lot. As much as I like the Bo Dallas line about Kofi, I thought this was even funnier. And then Dean says he's not normal. He might go down, but he won't stay down. And the Authority picked a fight that they can't win. Miz says Dean's insane, and not even a locked room could hold him. So how did he get out of that room? How did he do it? Did he blow up the room? That was a weird thing to say. Yeah. But did he have an accomplice? And Dean says, no, there was a second door. Yeah, they locked me in a room with 2 doors. Because the Authority is so smart. They didn't decide to think, hey, wait, should we go around to the other side and see if there's anything else going on in this room? No. I would have liked the accomplice angle better because I think it would have been, more intrigue of like who helped him get out of the room. But, I think it makes the Authority.
A man that flies on his own.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's very much a loner. Yeah. I was picturing, kind of like a Die Hard through the air vents.
I thought that too.
That's right. Yeah. Like I thought
that's what I was thinking.
Yeah, I thought they were gonna go in the room to check on him, and then he was gonna be gone, and the next you see like the vent open.
We were gonna see some security footage of him in the vent, like
with the lighter.
Come back tonight of Champions. Have a great time.
Have a few laughs.
Yeah, that would have been good, and like it could have been the whole shot like Shield style before, like that backstage thing. I don't know. It would have been fun. But so then...
And then he had a driver. It wasn't a limo driver. It was a cab driver, but still.
Yep. Yeah, who was that cab driver that got him to that building right on time when he did the open challenge? I don't know.
He finds a walkie-talkie. Mark Henry's on the other line, on the other side. Saying like, I'm not America's boy, a.k.a. I killed a kid.
Wait, what?
I missed that part of the promo when Mark Henry said that. Oh, my God. Now we know why people were booing him.
Kid.
Yeah, he hated
it. Buffet buddies.
Yes.
That's their tag team name, by the way.
That is, yeah. Definitely, yeah. But so then, there was a door. The Authority put him in the room there, didn't realize it. And then the Miz starts going off saying that he got cheated on Raw. Ziggler pulled the tights, and he says to Ambrose, "Can't you just get that through your thick skull?" And then Ambrose obviously headbutts him, takes out Mizdow, then hits the dirty deeds on Miz, and then props Miz back up in the chair and tries to get the Miz to talk, but he can't because he's knocked out, and just says, Miz, you were a great host. Thanks for having me. See you next time on Miz TV. And just, gets the hell out of there because he's a badass and he's going to do whatever he wants to do.
Yeah, I like that. It's kind of like if I was like, boom! And they're like, nothing to see here.
Yeah.
Nothing to see here. Okay.
You guys are watching on youtube.com/AfterBuzzTV. The champion here is getting aggressive throwing the weight around. It is a plague that happens when you're a champion.
Yeah, it just happens, I don't know. Sorry,
hey, I'm not disagreeing over here.
No, stop. Oh, jeez. No, this is not good. But yeah, so.
Look away.
Yeah.
She's got a taser.
Yeah, she's like blinding me with the light off, the glare off of the belt, so I can't see.
Yeah. Get used to it.
I don't know, but
5 weeks.
What you guys think of this segment?
I liked Miz TV. I never thought I would say that ever. Something of interest happened on Miz TV.
Finally,
Yeah.
after like 10 years of having this, it feels like.
To be perfectly honest, I've never enjoyed one. It's never been something of real. I've never seen one that had something fun or significant that happened other than just like he's talking and then nothing really went anywhere. It wasn't like, not to say that. What's Jericho's show? I'm totally blanking on. The Y2J-a-thon.
I don't mind blanking on it. It'll come to it.
Yeah, it's just one of those things we were forgetting in the moment. But like Piper's Pit, like you can remember back to many
highlight reel.
Sorry, many memorable segments.
Shawn Michaels one where he throws him into the Cherotron 5000.
Yeah, or the one where Cena debuts on Raw. There's many of these that have all had something of significance. Never seen a Miz TV where something happened or somebody said, "Did you see that Miz TV?"
Yeah,
never. This was one. This was finally one where, I mean, Mizdow is out Mizzing the Miz.
He is.
I watch him more, and I think it needs to get to a point. You know, I don't like saying like, "Here's what the guys need to do." Like, here's what really needs to happen. But I'd really love to see Miz take the director chair and turn and look at Mizdow every so often and say like, no, you're doing it wrong, or stop it, or you know, cut, or like directing him so that way he doesn't out Miz him.
Yeah.
That he is the star and you're the stunt double. That he's not calling attention to anything that Mizdow is doing, and he is showing him up constantly.
Yeah.
So that was really entertaining, and Ambrose is great. Like Ambrose's simple delivery of all these things, like we've seen the ice bucket challenge. Like what? It's for charity.
Bucket in the face.
Yeah, he's again like I know they're giving him scripted lines, but he's making them his own. And I really hope they just start trusting him even more and letting him do what his instincts are, because his instincts in the ring are fantastic.
Yep.
Everything he does is so weird and unusual. Dive bombing on everybody, all the fierce attacks. Like he is a reason to watch TV, and this is a reason to watch Main Event. You may want to skip the first segment and then work your way to this.
Yes.
It was a great segment, and it was really enjoyable.
What'd you think, Markeia?
What was your rating?
No, there was no bell to bell.
That's true. That's true. Scott pretty much hit all of the major points with it. You know, I'm in a complete agreement. For the Miz and Mizdow, though, what I would like is for Mizdow to start getting, you know, bigger than his britches, you know, and just start stepping in front of Miz, you know, while he's doing lines or something like that. Or maybe he comes out as the Miz. Yeah. And then Miz has to run and be like, "Hey, what are you doing? This is my match." Be like, oh, yeah, this is my match.
Tom wants everybody to turn evil, and you want everybody to go crazy.
I don't want everybody to turn evil. Just a majority of people.
Guys.
Yeah. But I loved it. I thought it was a really good segment. The only other Miz TV I can remember is when it was like Stephanie was, you know, berating the Miz and had Big Show knock him out. When she was like, "Yeah, you are our go-to guy for all those media interviews, and when we need somebody to wake up at 4 in the morning, you're the guy we talk." Like, it was just more of one of those like very kind of like, you know, real kind of segments of, or really, you know, real storyline kind of thing. But that's the only other Miz TV I could really think of that sort of stands out in my mind besides this one. But I mean, Ambrose is gold. They just need to let him go. He's turning into, you know, he's like that weird, I would say kind of a weird combination of like a Stone Cold and Punk at the same time.
Yeah.
Like if you had a gel of those. So, I mean, I think he's, you know, he's got a big career ahead of him. And this is just starting it. But I think with Reigns not being there now, they're going to turn to him more. And I think Ambrose is the person that could carry the rest. You know, whatever was going to happen to Reigns, I think they could flip it to Ambrose now.
Yeah, because Reigns can't deal with a hernia, but I mean, Ambrose got his head cracked through cinder blocks. Yes. I mean, that's a tough guy. Reigns clearly ain't that tough.
And he didn't want medical attention.
Yeah,
he refused it. He refused it for 6 weeks when he was, I don't know where he was.
He's got a Wolverine healing factor.
Yeah, apparently.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll find out where he was, maybe in like a year or so. When,
Yeah, with some marketing.
Yes.
He went to Tibet. He was with Tibetan monks trying to control his anger.
I think
Didn't work.
I think he had like a split personality disorder. I think he may have become a cop.
Ah.
Maybe they have some footage of it that we'll get to see later. I don't know.
Very
Though.
action oriented.
Yes.
Maybe, huh?
Something.
Something.
Yes.
We'll have to look out for that just in case our
will.
alternate universe theory is correct.
Yes, it may come true. I don't know.
Could.
But yeah, so I think that kind of wraps us up here for this main event. A lot going on in this show. I was surprised. But Markeia, where can our new champion? Where can they find you?
Thank you guys. You can find me on Twitter at Markeia McCarty. It's MarkeiaMcCarty. I'm also on Instagram under the same name.
Gotcha. Scott, where can they find you?
You can find me on Twitter at Curtain Jerks, and you can listen to my comedy wrestling podcast, Curtain Jerks, available on SoundCloud and iTunes until September 30th, 11:59 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. We have our contest going on where we're giving away 1 free year of the WWE Network. So tweet me for details if you want to enter the contest. It's free.
Awesome. Yes, go sign up for that. Get that subscription because it's worth it. It's worth it if you're paying for it, and it's definitely worth it if it's free.
Yeah.
And you guys can find me on Twitter at TomTheCom, and I won't be here next week. I gotta go home, but on October 7th, Supernatural starts, and then so I'll be doing Supernatural. And we can. Gabby will be back next week, so we'll see you guys then.
Yeah.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.